There are some things that not many people know about me. It's about my grandfather. My grandfather was car maker, this kind of cars. I don't know if you know, I've seen one of them. One day I was there in his workshop, and two of his friends came and said, "Hi guy, you should be very proud of your grandfather." I say, "Why?" "Because he's the best car maker in the region." At that time, the world was the region, not was global, it was the region. And I say, "How is it possible?" I said, "Oh, he's always devoting time to make the wheels rounder and rounder and better. So he was devoting time to be in a continuous improvement movement. You know, best practices. Do you like best practices? How many of you? Okay. By being a best practicer, are you a leader or a follower? Okay, followers. Okay, thank you. I understood that this is a trend, this idea of a trend to how to make wheels rounder was very difficult because he was very lucky. He retired when the tractors arrived. You know tractors? Vroom, vroom, vroom. So I understood very, very quickly that innovation is a must. You can call it innovation, you can call it transformation, doesn't matter the word. The important thing is how you can create a piece of the future, a portion of the future, one step into the future. And when we work in marketing, usually the innovation is not simply in order to do things nicer or faster, etc. It's how we can provide customers with better quality of life. For example, innovation in retailing is how we can provide customers with better quality of life when purchasing. Very nice idea, okay? So this is a very important thing. So innovation is essential, and my activity was say how I can become an innovative person, how I can get inspiration for innovation. So in order to do so, imagine this is real innovation. In order to create real innovation, someone has to make a decision and say, let's make this idea real. I think the sound is okay? Yeah? So, but we know from neuroscience that no human decision is possible unless there is motivation. So motivation is a must for any decision to be taken. And an emotion starts when we have some stimuli. So no stimuli, no party. No stimuli, no emotion, nothing. So it's a very important thing. So, but which kind of stimuli are those who are triggering our emotions and finally the decisions? And I think there are two types of stimuli. The obvious, the evident ones, and the silent ones. I'm going to put an example of the obvious ones. This happened in 9th of November, 1989. That evening, the Berlin Wall fell down. 1 hour before, they were shooting at you. 1 hour later, they were applauding at you. It was evident, obvious. Imagine an export director. It was very clear for him or for her. Say, okay, after 1 month, okay, start preparing an export plan for this country. Because before it was closed, now we can go there. It was obvious. Easy to see. It's a very clear trend. Let's do it. Okay, fine. Many people thought like this. But then there are other type of stimuli, which are the silent ones. Those that are real, but in the background. That they are very silent, very subtle. But these ones that are very difficult to catch, they're difficult to capture, these are potentially very fruitful. These are important because they are things that are happening every day, every night, every day, every night, and the majority of people don't see them. And I'm going to put you two examples of silent stimuli in my life. So my life is devoted, I am a part-time person, I'm not a pure person in a I like the hybridization. One part of my life is in the academia, the other part of my life is in business, let's call it consulting. And well, this is the idea. I'm going to start telling you what happened in this kind of trying to find the silent stimuli. I started in '76 in consulting because I discovered when I was a student that I had a kind of allergy. I had allergy to bosses. I discovered, and I was, let's say, coherent, and I decided to run my own company 1 week later. So I started in ESADE. I was very well prepared. I was like Harry Potter. My goodness, it was so easy. And I was very well prepared. It's in ESADE, remember. So it was so happy, easy, starting from my city, then the region, then the country, then other countries. It was very good. And people would say, oh, I like your ideas. And some of them were put into practice. They even work. Imagine being a consultant and working. That's amazing. Some few years later, ESADE called me back to be part of the faculty. And I said, yes, but on part-time. They said, okay, part-time, it's enough. And I started here in the marketing management department, and I was in charge of the retail and commercialization area. So it was my activity, and the way it was, I started in 84. And what I did, now it's a moment of telling you the truth. I used to travel to Paris, to London, to some events. Then I was hearing and listening very carefully all the new things in Europe, then travel back to Spain, and then explain this to my participant in executive education. In a fraction of months, I was the guru in retailing in Spain. Come on. Again, successful. So my life was close, like your life. It's very, very similar to your life. So it's very, very similar. So, but this is a chunk I learned in Stirling, in the University of Stirling. The British people have some chunks. One is this, yes, but. Okay? So my life was yes, but suddenly something happened. And these were 3 silent change agents, silent stimuli. I'm going to present the 3 horrible silent stimuli that damaged my life. Number 1, both my clients and the participants and students here became peacefully more knowledgeable. And when I said, in London, say, oh, we know it. Oh, come on. And then it was in and I had some clients that had been in other business schools, and they were very well prepared, come on. They knew all the methods of the theories, Porter, etc. I said, wow. So my life said, oh my God, I have to start working. Just take the helicopter, take the plane, look at the things from the very high, and in the medium ages, then the knowledge was in the monasteries. Later on, the knowledge went to the universities and the business schools. And nowadays, everywhere. So Houston, we have a problem. This is very important. The second silent change agent was because we are in a hyper-connected society. In a hyper-connected society, we are in the classroom, you say something, and the people in the computers or the iPads, etc., they discover new things, they add, change, say, no, your definition is not right. Come on. So again, nowadays, we have 2 different sources of learning. One is the formal one. So you get the inscription to a formal program, Master of Science and this and that, correct. And the other one is informal. How is informal? Let's have a beer. Come on, let's have a beer. It's going to be a ruin. So, and not only that, now it's the operation of the informal ways of learning, but also the non-conscious way of learning. So because we learn without noticing. That's a very important thing. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that nowadays knowledge becomes a commodity. Terrible. When I discovered this, I said, oh my God, I have to start again. And the third one, smartphones. Smartphones are terrible, are changing our life. This is the third agent. Let me ask you one question now, please, please. If it is not confidential, how far is your smartphone from your body now? Tell me in centimeters. 3, but you say 3 in the hand. So, sorry, I have to tell you that the majority of you are now bionic. Doesn't matter if you have the machine in one part of the skin or on the other one of the skin. The machine goes with you 24 hours a day. 96% of smartphone owners have this at less than 1 meter from the body 24 hours a day. And you have a Sony, you can go to the shower. Sorry, it's not advertising, it's simply academy, okay? That's a very important thing. So, that's a very important thing. Language, the way we speak, is affecting the way we think and the way we make decisions. So, are we going to say that this is a smartphone or this is really e-body? This is e-body. It goes with you 24 hours a day. Is it clear? So let's do a kind of syllogism. If this is e-body, number one. Second, do you have any doubt that this is a shop you can purchase from here? Is it clear? Yeah? Okay. So if this is a connected body and this is shop, can you be brave enough to connect the two sentences? I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. You are a shop. Imagining in retailing, the 3 key success factors in retailing was location, location, location. And now say, no, location, no, you are a shop. It's a total breakthrough. It's a silent agent. When you discover, I said, I'm scared. That's the difference between the Berlin Wall. So, how I was surfing these, call it trends, silent trends, when I was aware of that. So instead of start running away, what I did is this. In consulting, instead of being consultant, I decided to become an activator of teams. So nowadays, what I'm doing is, for example, what I did in Sentosa, is to do the marketing strategy of an island together with the managers, working many days with them, or within IKEA in Switzerland, or within other countries, or other companies. Is working with them. So being member of them, sharing talent, sharing knowledge, etc. So consulting and consulting reports, no thank you. They don't want to, I don't like to either. So this is the same idea, changing the job, become an activator. And what happens in the academia? Well, in academia, number one, from knowledge, if knowledge is a commodity, what should we do? Meta-knowledge. What the British people call it, so what? Okay? Intelligence comes from Latin, interligare. Ligare is not this kind of things that Spanish people say they are doing in discotheques, no? No. Ligare is creating links. When you connect things of different fields, you are connecting the dots. And connecting the dots means you are a creative person. If you are intelligent, you are a creative person, by definition. So this is a very important thing. So the activity we should do in places like in ESADE is to connecting dots for people to go beyond knowledge, number one. And second, instead of being the tubes, the channels of knowledge, because this is a thing you can learn in different places, we should understand that education comes from Latin, again, is educere. Educere doesn't mean to open the brain of the students and to put things inside the brain. No, it's the opposite. It's to extract from. to develop your talent, which is totally different. So my job, our job here in business schools are changing completely. Sorry, this afternoon, I wonder, you were here, have you noticed that? As Google is closing down the operations in Europe because due to the fight with the European Commission, you know that? You were drinking here Coke or coffee and you, no? It was a few minutes ago? No? No. It's fake. What happened to you if it was wrong, if it was right, sorry? Tell me. I see your faces a little bit scary. Your faces are telling me that Google is part of your life. Is it clear? Is it clear? So once again, if this is a trend, what should I do in business? Instead of selling by pushing, selling by notification, selling by some kind of tips, come on, like in Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, but electronically, okay? Instead of doing that, the most important goal is being part of your life. How Sentosa can be part of your life, how Bang & Olufsen can be part of my life, this is a very important thing. This is marketing about, the new marketing will be about how my company, how my brand could be a real part of your life. Well, this is a sculpture I have at my apartment, so I designed this sculpture. So at that time I was working in a supermarket. So in summary, how to serve this kind of the waves of trends. Number one, I perceive myself like, and yourself, like three roles. First role, philosopher. Try to understand customer's life. I said understand. I'm not saying describe. I don't care if it is this age or gender or income or location. No. It's how it's about your Friday. How it's about your weekend. When you wake up, are you happy or are you sad? Philosophy, getting the philosophy about your life in order to capture insights. If insights were that easy to capture, their name could be outsides. It's sight in, sight hidden. So this is a very important thing, to understand customers. Okay, that's a very important thing. When you have this, it's a moment to create, to become an engineer of solutions, not product or services, but solutions. Creating a new process, how I can create a solution for your life. This is absolutely essential, okay? And the third one, script writers. Communication is not, I tell you this. Communication is, I would like you to feel. So the communication department should be named, I would like you to feel department, but it is too long and they call it communication. This is from neuroscience. The best neuroverb, the verb that better understands the human brain is the verb to feel. How do you feel here? How do you feel in the restaurant? How do you feel in your hotel? Thank you for your smiles. Enjoy this evening. Thank you very much.